Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic 90s nerds to my channel, Slime and Slashers, where, yep, we talk about everything from Nickelodeon slime to horror movie slashers, but plenty of stuff in between too. But today, the video we're doing is like my favorite type of video. It's a vintage horror book haul! And I am pumped as usual. I am so excited about these books. So I went out of town into Mississippi at an out-of-town bookstore and I flippin' found gold! And I found so many great books that I kind of decided to preempt the books I was going to show you from kind of an earlier haul from a couple of weeks or months ago and show you this latest haul that I literally got last weekend. So right after this intro, we'll come right back. I'll bring my book cart right here and we'll get into it. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. All right, see you right back here. Welcome back! L is for the way I look at you. O is for the only one I see, except I see a billion other books that are all badass, so I love you all. Anyway, stupid. Welcome back, guys. I like to do silly little song spoofs sometimes. Kelsi karaoke, it's terrible, but bear with me. It's all in good fun. It's all just silliness, but it really comes out of the excitement that I feel to show you all these books. And we're starting with a really cool one. This is The Calling by Kenneth Gerard. Let's take a look. By the way, I'm using a new lighting thing because my old light, I can't use it right now. It's out of commission for a little while, so I look like a flippin' demon. I'll get close. Like, you could see the ring.
Like, it's creepy.
You could see it in my eye. I don't like it. Get out of my eye. Anyway, so bear with the new light, guys. But let's take one more look at this cover. This guy, he's reaching out for you.
Give me your soul. Somewhere, the devil has chosen a disciple. Someone must stop him somehow.
And the coolest part about this, there's something awesome on the back, too. By the way, this was published by Pinnacle, and look at this old school Pinnacle logo here. And let's take a look at the back. So cool! Again, sorry about the lighting. Alright, look, this couple, and another hand reaching out for him. But this looks like a womanly hand to me. The back says,
The Reckoning. In trade for his daughter's life, Lionel Swanson offers up his soul. Only one man knows the evil of the bargain, and he has been called by an even greater power. The Calling.
Awesome! Let's see when this was published. I cataloged all these books, but already forgot all the dates and everything. So this was published in 1980. The cover illustration is by Paul Stinson. And I gotta say, Paul Stinson, I love your artwork. It's very, very, very menacing, very eye-catching, both the front and the back. And I really enjoy each side of the cover. All right, that's number one. Let's go to number two. Here we've got The Devil's Coin by Mark Manley. Anyway, I actually saw Leon from Paperback Mania YouTube channel talk about this book, and I believe he even reviewed this book. It sounds very intriguing, and this cover would have been perfect, but there was 2 stickers on it, and so when I took off the first sticker, the second one just peeled off. It would have been perfect. It would have came off clean, but yeah, damn you, second sticker. Nonetheless, though, don't you think that this is an amazing cover? So colorful, very rich, both in detail and, like I mentioned, the color scheme itself is rich. We've got lots of yellow, orange, red. I just really love it. I think it's very vivid and it's eye-catching. And, of course, I love how a lot of zebra titles have like a little picture on the spine. So there we have that.
A prize from the attic. A dream come true. The Devil's Coin.
Things start to go amiss a little bit. Murder's afoot after a kid starts using this Devil's Coin to make some wishes. At least that's the gist that I remember reading when I read this description couple of weeks ago. This one was from a previous haul. It's not from this past weekend's haul, but I still wanted to show it because it's such an awesome cover. So now we come to a title that I'm really excited about, and it's probably one of the covers that I like the best out of this entire haul. This cover literally makes your jaw drop. It blows me away. It's so good. It's so good. It's like one of the best covers ever. And actually, so the first time I saw it wasn't at the bookstore when I happened to find this. The first time I saw it was when I was watching one of Cameron Chaney's videos, you know, Library Macabre. I was watching one of his vintage horror bookshelf tours, and he showed this. And I never, ever imagined I would find it in person. I never dreamed it could be possible, but alas, I am so happy that I was wrong, because there I was in the bookstore, saw this baby. It was like the first thing I saw in the used bookstore, and I literally yelped out loud. I said, "Ah!" I couldn't even believe it was there. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
The devil's laughter.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so let's just look at the details here. The reason I like it so much, I mean, you guys might not be as blown away as me, but I don't know, the details, the creepy, like, wide mouth that looks like it's screaming, but also snarling at the same time. It's like, which is it? It doesn't matter. It's freaking awesome either way. His eyes, very menacing, and actually the eyes, the bluish eyes, match the amazing typography color, and I love this color. This blue is marvelous. So yeah, everything about this I like, and I just like clowns. I like anything to do with carnivals, fun houses. I just think it's a great setting for horror, whether it's horror fiction or horror movies. It works either way, and clowns are super scary, kind of naturally. So to have one on the cover, I don't know, it's really off-putting, but to me, in the best way. The devil's laughter. I mean, and look at the detail of like the cracked face paint. This just is intense. It's intense. Again, it's a zebra title, just like the others I've shown you so far. And let's take a look at the back. More detail from the face. That's just an excited, stupid dance, but you guys know it's awesome, right? I know you agree. I know you agree. By the way, if you don't agree, that's okay, but I mean, I don't know, I think it's pretty great. Alright, we got Books Fallen. And here we have a title that's kind of just a fiction title. It's not really horror related, but I had to show it because this is an awesome vintage paperback nonetheless. This is Lost by Gary Devon, and yes, it's cool on the cover. We see a kid's face, kind of startled there. But what's really great is this is a die-cut cover, which means it's got step-back art. And this reminds me 100% of Goonies or Stranger Things. Just the kids, the way they're dressed, the colors, just the vibe. The headlights in the background there, I don't know if that's, you know, something creepy coming out of the distance or a car following them. Just, I had to get it for this step-back art. Awesome. Here we have a title written by Charles L. Grant. This is The Last Call of Morning, and it was published by Tor. This specific edition was published in 1988, and I really dig the simplicity of this cover. Just some creepy trees, a very yellow moon, and a woman standing looking out at this foggy nightscape. I don't know. Sometimes simplicity works, and this is a perfect example of that. I was lucky enough to find 2 Delibes titles. This is one of them. This is Shadow Twin, and the cover is disturbing. I know it's hard to see from far away. I will zoom in, but 3 freaking beast-like faces kind of conjoined together, screaming, snarling, just, ugh! It's awesome. I love this. And this is by Dale Hoover. Let's take a closer look. The colors are amazing. Kind of purple and orange. Alright, look at this.
Oh, we're coming for ya. We're messed up. Oh. I am what you made me be. Life brings change. Life brings evolution. Something happened to the face. The life is being torn out of Jack, sucked into a dark silent hole, for which there is no explanation, no end, but the unspeakable end, projected into a stranger at the door. I am what you made me be. Jack has everything to lose. The madness has begun. Life is evolving into Shadow Twin.
This is the other Delibes title I found. This is Whipping Boy by John Brine. And it was published in 1992. Let's take a close look. A little beat up, still excited about it. It kind of looks to me like a slashed face, or a face with a ripped up sheet or mask over it. That's what I kind of imagine this to be. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's eerie and it's creepy. So to me, the cover is effective. And here we have a book that I've actually already read. I checked out this book from the library, but I found a crazy copy at the out-of-town used bookstore. This is actually a UK copy of Falling Angel by William Hortisburg. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I hope I am. Alright, so this is a great book, by the way. The last few pages will blow your mind. It's crazy, and I like it because it's got a detective feel, and you really feel like you're in old school New York, because this takes place in like old-timey New York, and there's a case going on, and the detective's name is Harry Angel. That's why he's got kind of like wings here, because his name's Harry Angel. A lot of stuff happens in this book that is just insane, especially when you get towards the end of the book. So I do recommend it. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so happy to own my own copy. So this was published by Arrow, and let's take one more look. You can see he's got like a little gun in his hand here. There's some buildings around him. This cover just is amazing. Black and orange, you can't go wrong with those colors. Obviously, very reminiscent of Halloween. Plus, you add in a flippin' awesome skeletal hand and a flippin' skull. Come on. It's like the perfect recipe for an awesome cover. This is Midnight Pleasures by Robert Bloch, and this one was published by Tor. One more look here. I know it's very reflective. Not too many more to go through, but this is Spectres by Jeff Gelb, and it was published by Bart. This kid looks really smug. Hey.
What's up? What are you doing here? Why are you looking at me?
And I just really like the subtle graveyard. Can't go wrong.
While the world lies sleeping in Satan's paw, when two brutal murders are committed in western New York, young Paul Silver is a witness, but only in his mind's eye. No one he confides in will believe him, but the evil ones know the truth. They know that Paul is the chosen conduit between the world of the living and the realm of the dead, with the fate of all humanity riding on his latent psychic strength. Paul's one hope of mastering his singular gift rests with an ancient crone named Abigail Aleo, the witch, a woman sought out only by grieving widows desperate to contact the departed, or by college students out on a lark, as she readies Paul Silver for a climatic confrontation with the devil himself. It is Satan who holds all the cards. Woman and boy are well aware how heavily the odds are stacked against them. They also know that if they lose the battle, an unspeakable terror will be unleashed on the world. Spectres.
Alright, this one knocks my socks off. This is Kids! I freaking love these kids. This is Kids by Trevor Hoyle.
Children can be so cruel and so deadly.
Look at that kid's messed up face.
Hey, what are you looking at?
I am ecstatic about this one.
They were innocent children in a world they never made. A world they suddenly have the power to destroy. 11-year-old Danielle was a lively, affectionate little girl. Until she came home from the hospital, there's something odd about her eyes, and the seething destructive energy she can't seem to control. Suddenly she possesses a bitter knowledge that is beyond her years, and a demonic power that is beyond human. Something has infected Danielle's body and poisoned her mind, and she isn't the only one. Kids, oh.
Yes. I want to read this. Yeah. By the way, the back says,
No adult is safe
By the way, guys, I'm not trying to make fun of these books when I read the descriptions all, like, impassioned like that. I just am trying to be theatrical and fun, and I like to do little voices and video effects. So it's just to kind of make it seem more eerie and horrific. So I'm not trying to make fun of them at all. In fact, I want to read, like, the majority of these books. So I love vintage horror, not trying to make fun of it at all. Here we've got 3 books that are all werewolf or wolf or dog themed. So I'm going to go through each individually, but yeah, it's a little theme here. All right, first we've got a zebra title. Again, we're showing lots of zebra today. So this one is Deadly Vengeance by Stephen R. George. And some of Stephen R. George's books have amazing covers, and this one is no exception. Here we've got kind of a scary looking kid with blacked out eyes trying to control this dog. And look at this mean dog with the drool and the fangs and the cribby blue eyes.
A terrifying novel about a boy and his dog.
Here we have a novel published by Signet. This is Fluke by James Herbert. And I really like this cover. It's like half regular wolf face, half destroyed wolf face.
A memory was clawing its way to the surface. He was a poor, lost mutt, wandering the streets of a great city, driven by ravenous hunger and hunting a quarry he could not define. But he was more. Something in the depths of his consciousness was tormenting him, refusing to let him rest. Was it the memory of what he had once been? A man? Fluke.
Seems pretty cool.
Fluke, is he a dog who thinks he's a man? Or a man who thinks he's a dog?
Look, I guess we have to find out by reading it. Alright, and finally, this is a die-cut cover, so yeah, there's step-back art, and it's awesome. So here we have Predators by Eric Sauter. And again, let's take a look at the cover before we open it up. We got a wolf with some really yellow eyes. There's some great detail here in the actual wolf itself. Got some nice fur that is embossed. And let's open it up now. Pretty flippin' cool. We've got a woman's face. She looks pretty scared. Also, she could be possessed. Here we have another wolf over here. Hunter, cityscape. We got some wild dogs or more wolves. And a nice moon, some snow. Nice. I really like it. So the inside says,
a haunting atmospheric tale of suspense and revenge. A remarkable and chilling story. A primeval portrayal of the hunter and the hunted. Predators.
Like it. Like it a lot. And this one's published by Pocket. Alright, and let's switch it up and look at some hardcovers real fast, just 2. Here we've got Cabal by Clive Barker. I'm so happy that I found this. This wasn't this past weekend, this was from a haul a couple of weeks ago. I just haven't shown it yet. But I'm a big, big fan of the movie Nightbreed, and that movie was based on this book, so I can't wait to read it. I really love Nightbreed. I really think it's one of the most underrated horror movies. It's kind of got a fantasy element to it, but that doesn't bother me at all. I like fantasy type stories. Of course, I like horror much more, but in no way is Nightbreed pure fantasy. It definitely has that horror element in it, and I would recommend the movie if you haven't already seen it. It really is awesome, especially if you watch like the director's cut, the long extended version, instead of the old version that was released like right away. But yeah, if you could find like an extended version, that's the version I recommend. And again, I can't wait to get to this. I'm so over the moon that I found it. I actually got this off of the internet, and it wasn't expensive, so I snagged it. And I'm still going to be on the hunt for Feast, the paperback copy. So Ritual and Feast are essentially the same story. And obviously this is written by Grant Masterton, as you can see, who is my boy. I say that in like every video now because I really love to collect his books now. And I can't wait to keep reading more. I've already read Walkers, as I've said a couple of times. But this story is crazy. Grady Hendrix has like pumped it up to be so insane. So again, it's called Ritual, but it's also known as Feast. And the paperback copy of Feast is pretty incredible, and I want to find that one day. It's one of the titles I talked about how I would love to find. But for now, to read, I love this hardcore copy. I love this hardcover copy, and so I can't wait to dig in. And sometimes it's a lot easier to read hardcover books. It's just, you don't get scared about bending them, and it's easier to hold in your hand. Sometimes, not like if they're huge and bulky, but this one is super manageable And I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Oh my god, this one I'm so excited about. This is Near Dark by Stephen R. George. Do you remember just a few seconds ago where I said that Stephen R. George has some really badass covers? Well, here is a prime example of that. Flippin' look at this. Freaking deadly looking hand trying to grab her. There's also a shadow up on top of her head. She's clutching a teddy bear, and I love horror covers with teddy bears on them. This has everything you could want. The expression on the girl's face, really believable, really scared looking. The hand, too, has a lot of detail, and it looks truly scary because on the ends of the hand, you could see, like, the really long, gross-looking fingernails. Let me try to get it close for you. Especially, you see this fingernail? This is no ordinary hand. This is like a menacing hand, okay? So yeah, I can't believe I found this. And the cover's in great condition. This is another zebra title. The spine ain't too bad. It isn't perfect. It isn't mint or anything, but I am so overjoyed about this. So this...
He kills, Daddy. He hurts us. Stop him. The time had come for evil to emerge. The time had come for the dead to strike. And for Taylor, Marilyn, and Wayne, time had just run out.
Oh, I can't believe it! Here's another cover featuring creepy kids. And the last one we showed was actually called Kids. The book itself was called Kids. But this one's called Black Ice, and it's by Pat Graverson. And the kids are just as menacing, but in a little bit of a different way. I think these kids more look like zombies than the other book we showed. Look at the glowing eyes.
Once there were 3 little girls who died horrible deaths in the churning waters of a Connecticut lake. Sisters linked by an act of unspeakable violence who carried the secret of their brutal murders into their watery graves. 3 lost children whose tormented souls cried out for justice. No one heard their keening wails except one young boy. Given up for brain dead after nearly drowning, 8-year-old Jess McCall miraculously survived in body, but his mind now belonged to his 3 new friends, who urged him to join them in their underwater playground for all eternity. 3 twisted souls bound by a legacy of murder, madness, and black magic, exacting their chilling vengeance on the town that had betrayed them, and not even Jess's mother Cassie could save her son from the bloodlust of this unholy trio as they rose up to drag their victims down, down, down into the hideous depths where hate ruled and death lived. Black Ice.
Yeah! Here we've got an Avon Flare title, and this one was published in 1991, and it looks like a 1990s cover, for sure. There's no embossing on it, but what drew me to it, it's not even really labeled as horror, but like I said, what drew me to it is this basketball with an evil-looking scrunched face.
Hey, don't dribble me or I'll flip and kill you.
This just sounds amazing in an absurd way, and I've got to read it. I actually think I saw that Grady Hendrix gave it a terrible rating. I can't remember. I know I looked all these up on Goodreads, but I'll have to relook on my spreadsheet to make sure. The description says,
My heart was racing. I heard a clap of thunder and raindrops pounded on the metal roof. The gym grew darker, and a strange mist seemed to fill it. An eerie thought came to me. The mist somehow held the devil. I didn't want to fall under its spell, so I dribbled once and took a jump shot.
Yeah, that's going to stop the devil. Dribbling and shooting. Anyway, here we go.
It was so perfect that the spin on the ball carried it right back into my hands. I shot again, and back the ball came. A third, then a fourth. I knew it couldn't be just me shooting. With each shot the mist thickened. A 7th, an 8th. It was an incredible feeling to be able to do it all so effortlessly. I think that's why I made the vow.
The Devil's Court.
Bounce, bounce, bounce. I'm taking you to hell.
Alright, and last but not least, the Cartoonists! This was on my wish list, my top 10 dream vintage horror wish list that I wanted to find in an actual used bookstore. I made that list on Friday night. On the next day, Saturday, I found this at the used bookstore. I can't wait to read it, and I love the cover. Creepy old man, dripping flippin' paintbrush, skull just chilling in the background, like it's a decoration or something. Awesome typography. I love everything about this. This was published by Pocket. This is by Sean Costello. I am so over the moon about this. I can't even believe I found it. When I saw it, just like some of the other titles, I squealed. I was like, ah! I have heard this book is really good. I can't wait to dig into it, and I'm so excited to have it on my shelf. I can't even just say enough about how grateful I am that I found this, how like the universe lined up, the stars aligned, or whatever you want to say. I was so lucky to find this. It's, you know, it might not be the greatest to some people, but to me, I don't know, I love the cover, and I love old school animation. So a book called The Cartoonists just calls to me. It speaks to me, and it's right up my alley. And so to have this is just too much. It's just too much, but in the best way. So thanks guys so much for sharing in all that excitement with me. That's all I have for you guys today. But there are so many more titles to show you. I've got a whole box full from that haul and other hauls as well that I could still show you in future book hauls. So before I go, I just want to say I'd love it if you commented below which titles that you really liked, which titles maybe you've read, which would really be awesome to hear about, because I love to hear others' opinions about things they've read, because it influences me to know what to pick up sooner rather than later. Like, maybe I should dig into something right away if it's really good. So yeah, comment below anything you guys want. It really, one, helps with the algorithms, but more importantly, it really means a lot to me, and I love chatting with you guys. It's like a big joy for me. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys' time. I know it's valuable, and I know I just got a whole bunch of new subscribers, so thanks guys if you're new. I appreciate you heading over here. It means a lot to me. Make sure you hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so you always get alerts when I release new videos or when I go live, because I do a lot of live streams as well on here. Also, if you liked the video, please consider giving it a like. That would mean the world to me. I appreciate you guys again. Thanks so much. Hope you have a good rest of the day or evening whenever you're watching this. Till next time, keep on killing it.